Right. Welcome everybody. I'm Dr. Andrea Christian Parks and welcome to my channel. I am a doctor and a weight loss coach, and I help you lose weight by putting your faith into action and losing the weight just like I did 17 years ago when I lost 60 pounds. So, our faith is living and active, yes? So, amen. Let's, for our health and for our weight loss, it will all succeed when we put our eating under the lordship of Jesus Christ. So let's talk about what we're going to do today. Those of you who've been here for a while, we've been doing some Bible studies, weight loss Bible studies. I'm going to be in Matthew 6 today. And so if you want to go there in your app, in your Bible, you can jump ahead. Here's what I teach for those of you who are new. And I want to say this so that you can catch up quickly. God's design of the body is perfect. God knew exactly what he was doing when he built us the way he did. And so what I help you do is eat in a way that honors that design so that your body will find the right weight for you. So you stop overeating and the weight starts to come off. So if you haven't been with us, if you're new, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Anybody new, or if you're coming back, I want you to go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, hit your notifications. That way, when these videos come out once a week, that you get a notification, that you don't miss any, that you just keep up and keep the inspiration and the encouragement going so you stay on track. Those of you who haven't been here before, I'm glad you're here. Go ahead and go back and you could just binge watch a whole bunch of the Bible studies together, and also other series about how to eat, how to find hunger, fullness, all kinds of resources and free encouragement here on the channel. So go grab all that for yourself. Let's get started with our study today. Okay. Today, I want to talk about motivation. Weight loss is not hard. And I know some of you all are aggravated that I just said that. The hard part of weight loss isn't actually the things that you do. You can Google anything. You can look up all kinds of diets and programs. You can hire trainers. You can hire meal services to make your food. It's not the hard part. Once you have the food in front of you, okay, so you've got what you need to eat, or you've got somebody to tell you how much to exercise or to like motivate you in the minute. But the hard part is staying with whatever plan you're working with. I mean, how many times have you started something and in the beginning it's all exciting and thrilling and you're watching the scale start to go down and things are working, and then somewhere around 3 weeks in, life happens. You get busy. Something goes off the rails, and really you start to get bored. You start to get unmotivated. I think it's really important to be able to tap into motivation. Okay? What keeps you going? What keeps you doing what you know you need to do to be successful? This isn't anything. Here we're talking about weight loss, but what do you need to keep that sense of forward momentum going? Motivation is powerful. Now, I think you probably have many reasons why you want to lose weight. You might want your back to stop hurting. You might want to have your knees and your hips stop hurting. You might want to be able to go up a flight of stairs without feeling completely out of breath. You might want your clothes to fit better. You might want to get on the floor and play with your kids or your grandkids. You might feel like it'd be nice to be able to go for a walk without being completely winded. You might think, I really love those pair of jeans I bought and I just can't fit in them anymore. And I really wish I was back in those jeans. I felt good when I was that size, when I was in those jeans. You might think, when summer comes, and I know it's freezing cold right now and everybody is like, oh, it's winter. Just remember a few months ago, we were complaining how hot it was. Yeah, it's cold now, but in a few months, you might have a vacation. You might be going somewhere you want to put on a swimsuit. You might want to get in your swimsuit. You might have a whole list of reasons. You might want want to get off your medications. And I don't care. And as a doctor, you might never hear this from another doctor, but I'm going to say it. You do not have to be on medication forever. That's traditional medicine. That is true. You have diabetes, you will be diabetic forever, according to traditional medicine. Is that true? No. It's just what most people do. Most people don't change their lives. Most people don't lose the weight. Most people don't make the changes they need to make to get off medication. But you might want to be that. You might want to be that exception. Maybe you want to age healthy and you just don't want to be obese and tired and getting sicker and sicker as you age. All good reasons. You have a list. I'm sure of it. I had a list, a long list of all the reasons why I needed to lose weight. And I wanted to for many years. I was overweight from puberty till I was about 31. It's a long time. That's up to that point, my whole adult life. And now, here I am almost 50, having lost the weight. It's a whole different world. And I want that for you. So if you don't have a list, this is one of the most powerful exercises that I do with my clients very early on when we work together, making that list of whys. If you haven't done that before, I want to encourage you to do it. Get a piece of paper, an app, however you keep notes, write them down. It's not enough to put it in your brain and think about it. Write all your reasons down. And the reason why it's powerful is because it helps you tap back into why you're waiting to get hungry, why you stop eating before you're stuffed, why you say no to mindless and stress eating. You got to have a reason, something that is more compelling than the cookies in front of you or the chips in the bowl or the extra, the second serving, the what is it? What do we got? Seconds. Yeah, the seconds. Don't go back for seconds. Why do you say no to the seconds? You got to have a reason. So if you haven't done that, make a list, all the reasons why you want to get the weight off. But I want to help you today with a spiritual reason, okay? If you haven't gone there already, go on to Matthew 6. I want you to go to Matthew 6:19, and that is where we're going to work today. In Matthew 6, I'm going to get to the right part so I make sure I read the right stuff to you. I was reading Matthew 6 myself this morning, and, this is in the middle of the Sermon on the Mount. So if you've been reading the Gospels, Matthew 5 through 7 is all the Sermon on the Mount. And Jesus is doing all this teaching on many, many things. One of the things, actually, in order, in Matthew 6, I'm not going all the way back to Matthew 5. This is a lot if you do that. In Matthew 6, before where we're going to start in verse 19, Jesus is talking about giving. He's talking about prayer. He's talking about fasting. He's giving lessons on all these things, how this should all be done. And then in Matthew 6:19, he says, "Don't store up treasures here on earth where moths eat them and rust destroys them, where thieves break in and steal. Store your treasures in heaven where moths and rust cannot destroy, and thieves do not break in and steal. Wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will be also." Now, keep reading. You read the whole chapter. But for now, we're going to focus on 19 through 21. Jesus goes through all of that to talk about the importance of our spiritual treasures, not the earthly ones, the ones that can be taken or can burn up in a fire or that are corporal, the ones that are here on the planet. He's making a distinction between, and he never says you can't have things. He's just talking about the importance, like the ranking of the spiritual treasures versus the earthly, human, corporal treasures. Our possessions are not going to go with us when we die. They will not last through eternity. But our spiritual treasures are going to be with us. And they're the connection. They're part of what is on the other side of the veil for us. So our spiritual work here matters to God. It's connected into the spiritual realm. Whereas our physical stuff is just stuff. It won't go anywhere in the long term, into eternity. So I have this vision. I want to just share this. I was studying when I was reading Matthew 6 this morning. I had this vision in my mind of this jeweled treasure box in heaven, and almost like a huge bank deposit, where they have all the, back in the day when you used to have bank deposit boxes, and everybody had one and they had their own key, and it was stored in the vault and everything. And I sort of envision our treasure box in heaven, this beautiful jeweled encrusted box, and all of the things that we've created here spiritually have been stored in that box. All the little things, big things too, I'm sure, but whatever, anything, all of it. I think about every time I served someone in love, every time I was patient when I wanted to be impatient or rude, every time I sacrificed something that I wanted for something godly. All of those little things in that box. And I think the connection I want to make for you with weight loss, I know we're doing a Bible study here, but we're trying to connect our faith with action. The things we do here do matter. The motivation is spiritual. And when it comes to eating, we can eat anything, just whenever, whatever, however. We can treat our temples poorly. I don't think that's a salvation issue. But we can become more holy through the way that we eat. If you missed my Bible study on your eating as a sanctification issue, that's the topic right there. Go back and grab that one for yourself. But when you eat and you obey God through your hunger and fullness, you can be storing up treasures in heaven. You can be, every time you decide to obey God in waiting for hunger, in stopping at just enough, at politely full, He sees that. You honor God when you eat that way. So every time you leave a bite behind or several bites behind or whatever, you leave some food on your plate because you're full, you notice you've had enough, and you want to honor God by not overeating. Every time you didn't eat because you weren't hungry and you knew that honoring God meant waiting for Him to tell you when it was time to eat. Every time that you waited on Him to guide you through physical hunger instead of desire eating because you just saw it and you wanted it, all of those things honor God. So I want to encourage you to see those acts of obedience and faith as honoring God in just tiny little ways, and storing up treasure for yourself in heaven. Your eating can be an act of faith. It is a daily, practical way to store up treasure in heaven for yourself. So think about that. Take that with you today. Every time you get ready to you think, do I honor God if I do that? Or should I wait and trust? Now, if you've been brought to this work, if you watching this and you have been brought to this work, then it is to align your faith with action so that you can become obedient to God's will in your health and your life with this eating. This is your assignment. You're not here by accident. I don't believe in that. You're here on purpose. So I don't want you to think it's too small. It's too trivial. It's vain. It's not important. Every assignment we have, it all matters. It all matters. The big ones, the huge leaps of faith, and the small ones that you make over and over and over again. Like what goes on your plate, how much you put in your body when you say, I'm finished, and how much of that you trust God with. All of it matters. So he brought you here. You're here. Get still, pay attention, and ask, is this what you want me to be working on, God? And he'll answer you. I know that for sure. Now, I want you to keep watching. Come back. Subscribe. Hit your notifications. Do all the things. And keep coming back. Keep getting more encouragement, more focus, more motivation to keep moving forward. And if you haven't seen my stuff before and you're brand new or you just don't remember where to get things, I want you to go to my website. I want you to get yourself caught up on the blog. If you like to read, go to YouTube. Get all these videos on my YouTube channel if you like to watch videos. Whatever gets you motivated, keeps you moving, go do that. Okay? And here's the website so you can have it. Also, on my website is a free ebook to equip you. On my YouTube is a free workbook for you. You don't have to do anything. Put in your email. I'll send it to you. Do all the things. And if you are here and you've been here and you're like, I've been here long enough. I'm ready. I need personal help. I want to work with Dr. Christian Parks. I want you to come on. Come to the website. Get on my calendar. Make your consult. Let's get it done. And we will go. Walk in this journey of faith together. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.